Warning, if you are not a brony/Pegasister and are watching one of my videos for the first time, please consider checking out the rest of my channel before you subscribe, as I normally focus on MLP. Thank you and have a lovely day. Hi, I'm Wooden Sword, and there was a time, one time, where time never seemed to end. Where time just kept going. Where time, for the longest time, was the most unpleasant time in my lifetime. You're probably asking yourself, what is it this time? Well, I would tell you, but not this time. Perhaps another time. But, damn it! I may not get another time. Oh well, I suppose now's the time. I watched the adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3. And that's it. Time just seemed to go on and on because it was bad. But hey, I suppose you want me to talk about it. After all, that is the title of the video. Well, I'll deliver. After all, I am Wooden Sword, which according to the Rift Cafe wiki, means I'm very annoying. So, you can trust me? Mario first appeared on television on a program called Saturday Supercade, which was not dedicated to Mario but had him featured a few times. It was a program that featured all kinds of video game characters at that time. Granted, the show sucked, and this is literally the best footage I could find. You can barely see it! After that was, in my opinion, the best one, the Super Mario Super Show. It featured some real life and cartoon segments in them, but the two segments had completely different stories. Nonetheless, it was still quite entertaining. But then, the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3. This was obviously made due to the Super Show's success, but the budget seemed to be lower and most of the original voice actors from the Super Show didn't come back for a second run. In fact, the only people who did was Toad and King Koopa, who King Koopa also stayed for the Super Mario World cartoon. It's a really bad title too. It's just the exact video game with The Adventures of slapped onto it. At least the Super Show stuck in your head. Like if you ask someone at school, like you go, have you seen the Super Show? And they'll go, yeah! But instead, you're saying, have you seen The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3? No? Well, that's great, because we're going to watch the first episode right now, so let's go! We start off with the intro and a narrator who describes Super Mario Bros. 3 as
the legend no one will forget.
Unfortunately, barely any old people know this game, but they all know the first one. Call that one a legend, not this. King Koopa is behind it all, and he's got an army this time.
With the greatest danger ever known, his Koopa kids.
Oh no, those are definitely not the enemies that I defeated by jumping on them 3 times. Truly the greatest danger ever known, we are doomed. Already the art style is nothing too special, just your typical Saturday cartoon. It's pretty low quality due to the time it was made, but you can see the artists knew what they were doing when it came to the world of Mario 3. There's nailed platforms in the background. The Doom ship, although looking completely impractical, is completely based off what they look like in the levels, and there's even the music blocks in the water. The opening also shows off some of the power-ups that the Mario Bros have, like the Goomba's shoe and the frog suit. Unfortunately, the attention to detail in that category doesn't make up for, well, everything else. Like the fact that most of the time the story is absolutely terrible. But hey, this is just the opening, so let's continue on to the actual episode, why don't we?
Using their new superpowers, the Super Mario Brothers rescued Princess Toadstool and beat back the evil Koopa family. I'll get those plumbers!
So after telling us what happens at the end, which is Mario, Brother, Love Interest, and Fungus defeating King Koopa and the Koopa Kids, we get into a story about how Mario, Brother, Love Interest, and Fungus defeated King Koopa and the Koopa Kids. Thank you for clarifying that, Super Mario Bros. 3. I appreciate it. So we finally get into the first episode, which personally rolls off the tongue quite well. Sneaking, lying, cheating, giant ninja Koopas. Written by Bruce Shelley and a Reed. A singular piece of reed. We start at King Koopa's very bright and contrasted castle, where he's yelling at his kids to do stuff for him.
So far, I've sent you Koopalings to pull sneaky little tricks and medium-sized meanness.
I'm sorry, King Koopa, but I couldn't really focus on you due to the sound of other people's eyeballs. Could you please repeat that? So King Koopa shows his Koopalings the guy they're out to get by unveiling a huge portrait that he just happens to have around. You know, normally when people kidnap other people who they just happen to have a large portrait of, I believe that's called a hardcore fan. Every night, King Koopa covers himself in mushroom essence and rubs his shell against the portrait as if it was real.
That's Prince Hugo called the Huge, the new ruler of Giantland. They say he's the biggest, toughest, bravest prince ever. Even for a giant, he's a giant.
Giant schmiant, Big Mouth. He ain't that big a deal.
That was very uncalled for. So King Koopa says he's going to turn the mushroom guy, Prince Hugo the Huge, into a poodle. A miniature poodle.
I'm gonna turn Prince Hugo the Huge into a poodle. A miniature poodle.
I already said that. Unsurprisingly, King Koopa sends his kids to do his work for him because he's too busy eating chips or something, I don't know. His kids don't want to in their current form, so King Koopa I'm pretty sure there was a crown there just before. Okay, so this show is pretty low budget, which means there's plenty of continuity errors to be found. In fact, this isn't even the biggest one. I'll try to keep a tally for you guys, but don't hold your breath. I'll probably forget. After King Koopa suddenly gets his crown back, he transforms 4 of the Koopa kids to become
Sneaky, lying, cheating, giant ninja Koopas.
and he sends them on their way. The scene shrinks away and we're finally presented with the main gang. Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, Toadstool, and Toad. Yeah, no one really cares about Toad, especially with a voice like this.
First message we ever got that was bigger than the post office.
Okay, that one was legitimately funny. Prince Hugo tells the gang about how the kingdom is being taken over by Ninja Koopas and, as expected, Mario and Luigi set into action to find some super leaves so they can
Supercharge! Supercharge! Mario Brothers and plumbing's a game.
Meanwhile, I'm sure Princess Toadstool is eating some cake with Toad somewhere, enjoying the fact that she never does her own work. But hey, free cake, so who's complaining? So Mario and Luigi set off on their mighty adventure, and it gets off to a great start already.
Let go! I'll catch ya!
Nice catch, Mario.
Couldn't see ya. The sun was in my eyes.
I was not.
Run for it, Luigi!
I have several questions.
The action begins. Mario and Luigi start running away from the actual sun. You know, with global warming being a thing, this doesn't actually sound that unbelievable. But don't worry, Mario and Luigi have got this. They're so confident that they feel the need to yell out their title to the oxygen around them, just to prove how spectacular they are.
Super Mario Brothers!
The sun somehow doesn't recognize the plumbers because they have raccoon tails on, and he flies off into, the actual sky. I don't know, he does something. But uh-oh, the Koopa kids have already found Prince Hugo, and they snatch up Princess Toadstool and Toad too. Don't fret though, the Mario brothers are here to save the day with their new power-ups, and when they're together, they can do anything. well, that doesn't matter because we still got Luigi, and if he just conquers his fears, he can do anything.
Me too, Mario! They got me!
These are the guys who saved the Mushroom Kingdom multiple times? What were they even doing anyways? They weren't even attacking the Koopa kids. They were just flying around like flies. One of the Koopa kids tried to swat them like flies. But still, Princess Toadstool has to get with Mario because Luigi's a coward and everyone else is a piece of fungus. Princess Toadstool, I am truly sorry. So the gang, except Mario because somehow the Koopa kids forgot about the main man, gets locked in a big parrot cage. Mario, being the heroic plumber he is, jumps on Prince Hugo's parrot and flies off, probably leaving them all to die. What a hero! Hey look, Bowser! We're at his castle again, and he's about to execute his master plan. Let's have a look.
Poodle Wand, do your stuff. It's the small things in life that make a Koopa happy.
You enjoy the small things in life, yet you still have a huge castle, you have a huge battleship, and you have a huge portrait of your favorite sexy mushroom. Woo! The Koopa kids stay as
Sneaky, lying, cheating, giant ninja Koopas.
and then this.
For he's a jolly bad Koopa. For he's a jolly bad Koopa.
For he's a jolly bad Koopa. No, really, he frickin' sucks. King Koopa does suck in this show. All he does is sit at his castle and send his kids to do stuff for him. At least in the games, Actually, that's exactly what he does in the games, never mind. But look, Mario's here, and boy, he's got a master plan. Number 1, switch the heads of the magic wand so King Koopa uses the wrong one. You know, I'd think that the magic would be stored inside the colored heads of the wand, but whatever, this show's too low budget for that apparently. Number 2, walk straight in front of King Koopa, possibly allowing your throat to be ripped out of your body by his sharp claws and then devouring you with his sharp teeth, all while your own brother watches in horror, unable to do anything and submitting to King Koopa's wrath. Did that sound believable? Well, here's what really happens.
You're not taking over any land, you Bowser Koopa!
What?
With my friends and turn Prince Hugo the Poodle back into Prince Hugo the Huge, or else.
Or else what, plumber?
Just let him go, and I'll come back Tuesday and tell ya!
Grab him, Koopalings!
Yep, that's right. He just sits there, has a dumb argument with Mario, and then gets his Koopalings to grab Mario for him. What a lazy butt! Actually, I take that back. You know who's even lazier than King Koopa? The animators and artists of this show. Look at that! You can't make that up. You can't. They made Luigi red. They made him f***ing red. How? How did this happen? Oh yeah, Princess Toadstool speaks for the first time in the episode as well. Well, at least we'll all be saved by her charming voice.
Oh, this is horrible! Koopa's so mean! I bet he's gonna turn Mario into a miniature poodle too!
Oh my god. Princess Toadstool, that's what you sound like. Okay. It's fine. The show's nearly over. Princess Toadstool purposely gives King Koopa the idea to turn Mario into a miniature poodle like Prince Hugo, but whoa! Mario instead gets turned into a
good, truthful, honest, giant Ninja Mario!
And he releases his friends. Mario's plan worked? Somehow? The magic's still green, so technically this shouldn't even be happening, but who am I to judge? The final confrontation is upon us, and what better way to play it out than with a musical number? Take it away, Mario and friends.
You're a head bandit, sweat bandit, underhanded ninja man. Tough talking, fast walking, Koopa stalking ninja man.
Quick, hard to lick, Luna.
Ninja man, we're gonna get you, yeah. You're a head bandit, sweat bandit, underhanded ninja man. Tough talking, fast walking, ninja man.
Ah, the land is saved. Mario gets ready to kick some Koopa butt, but King Koopa bails on his own kids, leaving them to get punished instead of him. That actually may be the most evil thing he's done in this show, actually. Prince Hugo thanks Mario, and Princess Toadstool turns Mario back to normal. The parrot gets angry about Mario ruining his cage, chases him off, and the curtain closes, marking the end of the episode. Well, after watching that, my opinion on Mario as a whole has really changed. I can see why he does the thing he does, and why Luigi's a coward, and why King Koopa has all of his motivations. It's a really good reflection of the series as a whole, and I'd give it a solid 10. Out of 567,321,498,101.190402. Point 1. Unsurprisingly, this show is absolute fungus poo. The animation was lazy, with continuity errors everywhere. The story, although it made sense, was just really bad, and so is the title. The writing was bad, and there was only one moment that actually made me think, that's kinda smart. But the rest was boring and bad. The show just assumes you know the exact personalities of the characters, even though it's the first episode, which makes the characters really hollow and bland, and that just makes it hard to find things interesting about them. And it was overall just not good. Go watch the Super Show, it's probably more entertaining. There were some okay parts, like the attention to the games and the backgrounds and the use of 8-bit music in places like King Koopa's castle, but that's pretty much it. And I was originally planning on making this video about the first 2 episodes, which both go for 11 minutes, but I had so much to say about this one 11-minute episode. It's just too much! It's just too much! But why am I even telling you all this? You already expected it to be bad, so why am I doing the thing where I review something that I know is going to be bad? Well, I've I've got a good excuse. I was searching on Netflix one time and I found it and watched it and I said, you know, this could make for a pretty good video, I think. So I made a video about it. The end. But yeah, watch it if you want, I don't care. And so marks the end of Wooden Sword's journey of Super Mario Bros. 3 or something. And then he went down to the pub and had a Parma, because Parmas are his favorite food, apparently. And then he went home and went to bed, and he was never seen again. The end. Hello! Welcome to the end of the video. You made it. If you liked the video, then why don't you check out some other things I do? And if you like that, then you should probably subscribe. That'd be a helpful thing to both of us. I also have a Twitter. You can find it in the description or on my channel page. I barely use it though, so don't expect much. Like the video if you liked it, dislike the video if you didn't, preferably with a reason as to why, and tell me what you'd like to see next. I'm always looking for suggestions. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!